All right, man. Welcome to Rich House Reviews. Why do people feel like the feds is coming for Adam22 soon, man? You know, it's a lot of things going on in the No Jumper podcast. Indictments, Big U in jail, the host in jail, Bricc Baby in jail, Luce Cannon in jail. Poetik Flakko is actually a co-host, so I wanted to get a little bit of the story a little bit on the deeper end, so I'm going to react to his video. Before we get into this video, hey, yo, what is on this man's mouth, bro? Wipe your mouth, bro. Jesus, man, got skeet upon the lip. Make sure y'all subscribe to Rich House Reviews. Hit the top bell. Let's get into it, man.
Ever since this Big U and Rolling 60 federal RICO indictment was announced, No Jumper has sort of been thrown into it because multiple transcripts from No Jumper podcast
Hey, yo, if he made you go like this, just right, he did. Come on, bro.
Was included in the indictment. And a lot of people is naming No Jumper as culprits, naming No Jumper as a platform that instigated a lot of the beef. Adam22 pretty much expected this would have been a brewing conversation since people has always, I mean, for as long as I've been at No Jumper, they've always attached the police allegations to No Jumper. So now that a RICO indictment happened with podcast transcripts from No Jumper, they essentially was going to do that nonetheless. So
Now, when I was saying this on my last video, people acting like I'm crazy. That's exactly why I'm reacting to other content creators, because sometimes when you speak your truth, people be looking at you like you crazy. But then when somebody bigger than you said, you know what, he making sense. You feel me? But I don't think he is necessarily feds. I don't think that. What I think is he puts people in, it's about undermining people. You got to understand the psychology of people. Not Poetik Flakko. Academic said this on a last podcast when he said, you are smarter than a lot of these people that you are around, so you are undermining them. And when you are undermining people and putting them in situations, you damn near are the feds.
Did a pretty good job at addressing those accusations fairly quickly. He took to his Snapchat to address the accusations that No Jumper is somewhat responsible for the RICO indictment of Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon, and other people who have, visited No Jumper or have co-hosted or been employed by No Jumper. And he also addressed the accusations being flown out there that he was somehow cooperating with the feds.
I see a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Bricc got caught up. Hey here, 22, you know what I do. I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up, especially with Bricc, it's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been us, right? So
that's a lot. On the podcast, and y'all can pull it up on y'all own. The podcast, the last episode with Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon, he got the strap on him in the building. Why not have a rule, no straps in the building? Seriously. I mean, it do put people in danger, but are you coming to work? Are you not coming to work? Maybe instead of you having a strap, well, you bring your security in the building. You know what I mean? But you provide this environment for people and move the goalposts when it's cool, and then when the feds come up, you're like, oh, no, I don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. I don't know anything.
End of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever the
Nah.
All I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Luce, I got love for Luce, too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this bull.
I've seen people point out that we conduct federal interviews. Again, I'm not even going to say you're wrong about that, bro, because we do be asking some federal questions. But those federal questions really have nothing to do with the RICO indictment because Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon weren't really...
Bro, you can't ask federal questions to people that don't understand. Like, look, for instance, Keefe D is a grown-ass man, the guy that, with the whole Pac situation. He was under the mindset, and this didn't happen on No Jumper, this happened on Vlad, but his mindset was thinking that he's good, he can say whatever it is. You know damn well he not good. So you got to think about it. Is it worth you utilizing him knowing that he not mindful enough? Or is it worth you putting him on and going, nah, I don't think we should do that. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yes, per se. Luce Cannon was at No Jumper once a month. Bricc Baby was a permanent co-host. So the interview questions have nothing to do with the host. So if you're saying that No Jumper is responsible for the co-host getting indicted, then I feel like you sort of have to bring more proof. Because think about it for real. Like, what would No Jumper be able to do, or how is No Jumper responsible for, let's say, Bricc Baby coming on?
Proof is, it goes both ways, though. If you ask somebody a question, y'all don't have to answer every question. Let's just put it to you like that. So if you're asking questions, which they are, you have the right to answer and not answer, and I think that's kind of what it is. So if you choose to answer the question and break it all down, that's on you. Should they be asking the questions that they asking? I don't know, because you can't ask me any question, but you can't make me answer any question. If you agree, right, agree. If you disagree, right, disagree. If somebody can force you to answer any question, then you's a bozo. I'm not a bozo.
The podcast and telling Luce Cannon that he has more bodies in their section than Luce Cannon had fades.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood and homies. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, those than you got squabbles in the set. On the hood. Hey, I got. Can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horseman, or at 54.
Why do I know where you get put on at? And I ain't even a gang member, and that's my point. It's just so loose.
When did you get put on? When did you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out in 2002, Eileen Street at June House. What's up? Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You been in
man.
This is crazy.
Was a part of my put on. They was a part of my put on. Oh, the dead homies. My first name was Baby Wild. He's an Izzy turned East Coast. That was the third squabble. Who did you squabble, gang?
Everybody.
Who? You didn't squabble everybody. You would have went home stuff.
Shut your butt.
You didn't. Hey, you come up here with 30. None of them was from 60s.
Listen, I'm with y'all. Federal questions, federal interviews.
That's crazy.
We probably got to do a better job at that, all right? But in terms of the behavior of the employees on their own respective podcasts, like there's really few things that Adam could do to really cartel that, right? They were arguing and Bricc Baby said something he probably regrets. Or, for example, folks is pointing out this particular transcript from Noriko where they're quoting something Luce Cannon said on No Jumper. Now, if you watch that episode, Adam never asked Luce Cannon about this. Luce Cannon was in the middle of like a rant, and he mentioned this particular thing that essentially got him indicted because he admitted to a particular robbery that they were trying to figure out who was involved in. And then once Luce Cannon said this on No Jumper, they figured out that Luce Cannon was indeed involved, and then the victim identified Luce Cannon afterwards.
And so basically it's like, cause he'll be like,
for instance, that look he just gave Luce Cannon is a look of an older person who knows what it is. It's kind of like, are you like, would I want to see somebody around me fall? No, I don't want to see my people fall. Not about black or white. I don't want to see my people fall. So if I see you entering an area that's a little dangerous, you know what? Let's get on the next question or something.
Like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're going to just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But because it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns. And when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why?
Wait a minute. So you know who got 20 guns? Tell us who got the 20 guns, bro. Come on, man. We listening. Just tell us who got the 20 guns. Yeah, hold on. Officer, they on the way. Like, bro, you crazy, bro, if you think that the police is not watching everything that's going on.
Are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm his right-hand man. You get what I'm saying?
Look at
so when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm going to get it. You get what I'm saying? And then, like, one day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right?
Some criticism is warranted, but blaming Adam or blaming No Jumper for why Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby is currently in jail, to me, is kind of silly. These are grown men who said things most of the time on the podcast. Like, they said things that were unprovoked. They just sort of said it for content. Now, Adam did respond back to a particular video.
But content is edited. Content is edited. If while I'm talking right now, I don't like the flow of things, I'm going to edit it. You're going to see a chop. You're going to know it got edited. Something, you know what I'm saying? So you can edit it out, and that's the that you see, the things that I have a problem with is like everybody's at fault. It's not just the people that's locked up. It's the people that's not locked up too. And they might end up in court. They playing like they won't end up in court, man.
Video that's been circulating out there of a particular TikToker claiming that the feds done contacted Adam and Adam has agreed to cooperate and he's turning over footage. Here's what Adam had to say regarding that.
I saw a video where a certain somebody said that they think that I'm a cooperator, that I'm a witness in this whole indictment. I just want to clarify. If the feds hit me up, I'm going to sit with the feds. I'm going to have a conversation with them. Want to know why? Because I don't know shit. Like, number one, what the hell do I know about Big U? I barely spent time around Big U. I interviewed him. That's about it. As far as Bricc Baby, we've had conversations and shit, but would I be able to be privy to any of the crazy stuff that they might eventually accuse him of? No, not at all. Bricc Baby never told me about nothing of any significance in terms of any kind of...
What I'm saying in my brain right now is he's telling me I'm feeling off of his vibe that he's not telling the police, but I feel like he's doing things that's real copy. It's real officer-like.
Shit, you know? He's told me about stuff, but not like anything that really would move the needle. I wouldn't be able to say that I witnessed anything really illegal of any interest, even if I did have the feds breathing down my neck. Luce Cannon, like, what the fuck do I know about Luce Cannon? The only shit I've seen is the shit that everybody else has seen on video. So I just want to throw that out there that, you know,
that's the problem.
I have not had a conversation with a fed, a cop, about any gang.
That's the problem.
Street, anything involving Crips. I never had a cop say the fucking word Crip to me ever in my whole life. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. You can count on Big 22. I'm solid.
Lucky for everybody involved.
Y'all counting on Big 22? Yes or no?
Adam sounds like he got some coaching from the goons. He got some coaching from the gang members around him. Now, I'm not around gang members that much, so I'm not this media coached, right? I'm spilling the beans, bro. I'm just hey, listen, man. I'm not going to jail for nobody, bro. All right. If I have to come and sit for a deposition, I'm sitting.
All right, hold on. Anyway, bottom line, and I like what Poetik Flakko said, and I want to stop it right here because I want to add my 2 cents before I end this. Right? Listen, y'all. Everybody has a choice to make. Everybody gonna make a choice based upon what they feel they need to do. You know what I mean? Like if they, like you see what he said? He's telling. It don't matter who gonna do what. It's what you're gonna do for yourself, and that's pretty much what it is. So you keep your eye out. There's a lot of people gonna be loyal, and I'm not knocking the loyalty, and I'm all about being loyal, but then there's a lot of people that's around that do not care about loyalty. So make sure your loyalty lies in the same place that it weighs even, because when it's uneven, y'all all gonna sink. All right? Make sure y'all subscribe at the top bell, man. We tapping into everything with the culture on this channel, so make sure y'all tune in, man. We gonna build it back up, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here, man.